Hello friends, welcome to Learning with Lucas Joseph. Today we are going to look at the first part of the ancient history series called the Prehistoric India. This video is presented by me, Lucas Joseph. You can learn more about me here. I am a mass communication graduate. I have completed my graduation from NMSN Government College, Calcutta in the year 2014. I am currently working as a trainer for a Government of India youth employment scheme called Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Kaushalya Yojana. I am also preparing for various government exams including UPSC, SSC, state PSCs and so on. Apart from this, I am also a vivid traveler and I am fond of exploring different places in India and learn about their cultures and traditions. Before proceeding, here's a gentle reminder for you all. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. You can press on the bell icon to get all the updates for my upcoming videos so that you can learn along with me. Now here are the objectives for this course. This course aims at giving you an in-depth understanding of the Indian history. It will help students prepare for their IAS, state civil service exams, SSC exams, state PSC exams and other government job exams. This will also give you a comprehensive and detailed history of our past so that it becomes easy to digest even for a 5-year-old kid. That means you can be sure to get the most interesting details in the easiest way possible. Now let's look at today's quote right here. Your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow. Written by Robert Kiyosaki. Isn't it so right? I mean, whatever we are doing is for our future. Yet we do not realize that we will not be able to achieve the desired results if we don't start acting today. Only a very few people realize this. On a similar line, there's another quote that says, today is the tomorrow you have been waiting for yesterday. Every single day when we transfer our duties for our next day, remember that today is that tomorrow that you promised to work, study or act yesterday. So instead of wasting your time procrastinating, start preparing well for any upcoming exams that you have or any major event in your life starting from today, this very moment. With that awesome quote, let's start our first lesson, Prehistoric India. What do we understand by Prehistoric India? Well, the prehistoric period is the period before history or before humans started living as a part of a civilization. This period is so far behind in time that we have very little evidence to understand more about the life of our prehistoric ancestors. In India, no early human fossil was found. The earliest evidence that we have suggests that humans were present in India around 1.4 million years ago. So how do we know so much details about our prehistoric ancestors? Well, we do not have too much details, but all we have are the details that are understood from various sources that include archaeological remains such as stone tools, pottery, artifacts, metal implements, etc. Then we have cave or wall paintings. Let's look at this figure. This is a cave painting in Edakal Caves, Wayanad. So we have collected these details through deciphering these messages that we have. For example, there have been some artifacts that have been discovered from Bori in Maharashtra, which gives you an idea about the appearance of humans in India around 1.4 million years ago, which we discussed earlier. So how do we know that the inscriptions or evidences we collected are from the prehistoric times? Well, there are various dating techniques used to calculate the age of an artifact or archaeological evidence. The two most important methods are by using radiocarbon dating and dendrochronology. Radiocarbon dating refers to a method of measuring the loss of carbon in organic materials over a long period of time. This process is also called carbon-14 dating. We can measure the amount of residual radiocarbon present in an evidence because carbon-14 decays at a constant rate. On the other hand, we have another dating technique called the dendrochronology. This is based on dating the tree rings to the exact year they were formed. This helps us analyze the atmospheric conditions during the different periods in history. These two are very effective methods and have proven to be greatly reliable for getting a fairly accurate idea about the time of our past where there was no written records of the incidents. I hope you are now amazed by how much humans have developed during this time that we are now able to do all these measurements just by sampling some of the remains from thousands of years ago. So, how is the prehistoric period divided? The prehistoric period is divided into 5 main parts. The first one is the Paleolithic age or the Old Stone Age. Next is the Mesolithic age or Middle Stone Age. Next comes the Neolithic or New Stone Age. That's the end of the Stone Age and we are now transitioning into the Metal Age or the Chalcolithic age. It is also called Stone Copper Age. Next is the Iron Age. So we'll be discussing about these 5 main eras in the prehistoric period. First one is the Paleolithic Age. It is also called the Stone Age. It ranges from 5 lakh BC till 10,000 BC. The main occupation of the people were food gathering and hunting. There was no knowledge of agriculture. People used unpolished, undressed, rough stone tools made of quartzite. That is why they are also called quartzite men. They lived in caves and rock shelters. Homo sapiens appeared towards the end of this Paleolithic age. Now let us look into some of the Paleolithic age sites in India. There are 6 sites. The first one is the Soan Valley and Potwar Plateau, which is in Pakistan right now. Next is the Shivalik Hills in North India. Then we have the Bhimbetka and Adamgarh in Madhya Pradesh. Next we have Kurnool in Andhra Pradesh, Adirambakam in Tamil Nadu, and Chopanimando and Belan Valley, which is in UP. Next comes the Mesolithic age. This is the age between 10,000 BC and 6,000 BC. It is also called the Middle Stone Age. The people in this age used different types of stone tools, such as the tiny stone artifacts with pointed microliths, conic blades, and scrapers. The hunter-gatherer life pattern continued from the Paleolithic age, but hunting shifted from large animal hunting to fishing and small animal hunting. Earlier, if people used spears to hunt down large animals, now they started using bow and arrow to hunt down small animals and birds. They also developed a tendency to stay for a longer period in an area. This obviously led to the domestication of animals, horticulture, and primitive cultivation. Another significance of this era is that they started burying their dead along with microliths and shells. Now let's look at some of the Mesolithic age sites in India. The first one is in Chota Nagpur Plateau in Jharkhand. The second one falls in the central Indian region and Adamgarh of Madhya Pradesh. Then we have another site in Gujarat called Langanaj. Next comes the Neolithic Age or the New Stone Age. This starts from 6000 BC to 1000 BC. The Neolithic man started cultivating plants and domesticating animals. They had a kind of village-based settlement which paved the way for a sedentary lifestyle. Sedentary means the tendency to stay at one place for a longer period of time. The technology of making tools also improved a great deal. In the Neolithic Age, people started polishing their tools. Mud brick houses were also built instead of grass houses. Agriculture also improved during the Neolithic period. Those who settled in a village-based community started cultivating wheat, barley, rice, millet, and so on. Then large urns were used for the burial of the dead. Humans started using cattle for agricultural purposes as well as transportation purposes. They also wore clothes that were made of cotton and wool rather than animal skin. Now let's look at some of the Neolithic age sites in India. The first one is Burza Home and Gufkral in Jammu Kashmir. The second set of sites is in Karnataka. They are Maski, Brahmagiri, Tekelakota, Piklihal and Hallur. The third is in Payanpalli in Tamil Nadu. The fourth one is in Garo Hills, Meghalaya. The fifth site, which is in Bihar, are called Chirand and Senuwar. The sixth one is in Sindh area. It is called Amri and Kod Diji. The seventh one is in Uttar Pradesh. It is in Koldi Hawa, UP. The Chalcolithic age follows the Neolithic age. This is the age when the early humans used metal along with stones. The first metal to be discovered and used is copper. That is why it is also known as Stone Copper Age. The people knew the technology of smelting ores to separate the metals from impurities. People also knew how to craft metal artifacts. The Chalcolithic culture evolved in river valleys. They had discovered gold, but their use was only reserved to making ornaments. The use of black and red pottery was another specialty of the Chalcolithic age. The village economy started. Humans started living in thatched houses during this period. Here are some of the Chalcolithic age sites in India. The first one is in Rajasthan. The second is in Maharashtra. The third in West Bengal. The fourth in Bihar, Madhya Pradesh and South India. In South India, you can find them by the banks of river Krishna, Godavari, Tungabhadra, Pennar and Kaveri. Next comes the Iron Age. As you can see in this picture, people started using iron for the first time in the history of mankind. So the Chalcolithic age is followed by the Iron Age. This is the last of the prehistoric ages. The period of Iron Age is referred to in the Vedas. The megalithic burials were a specialty of this period. This simply means the burial sites were covered with megaliths. Megalith simply means large stones. Many such sites were extensively discovered throughout South India. Then this period saw the development in the field of black and red pottery. Iron artifacts such as sickles, hoes, and small weapons were found during this period. Here are some of the Iron Age sites in India. Some of the megaliths during the Iron Age period were discovered in various parts of South India, such as Halur and Maski in Karnataka, then Nagarjunakonda in Andhra Pradesh, and Adichanallur in Tamil Nadu. So that is all about how the prehistoric period is divided. We have looked into the Paleolithic age, the Mesolithic age, the Neolithic age, the Chalcolithic age, and the Iron Age. While in the Paleolithic age, people used their instincts to hunt and gather food, the Mesolithic people started gathering more knowledge into refining their hunting style. In the Neolithic or the revolutionary New Stone Age, humans came to understand about the importance of settling down. The ages that followed shows the development of humans in the field of agriculture, hunting, and economics. Thank you all for visiting this channel. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Press the bell icon to get all the updates for my upcoming videos so that you can prepare along with me.